In the previous lecture, we were studied about energy flow. You know that sun is the ultimate source of energy for all ecosystem. We have studied that solar energy or the radiant energy coming from sun is captured by the autotrophs, means the green plants. By the process of photosynthesis, pigments like chlorophyll can trap the solar energy, which is used for preparation of organic food material. So solar energy is captured by autotrophs, and this energy from autotrophs goes to primary consumer. From primary consumers it goes to secondary consumers, and from secondary to tertiary consumer. So there is unidirectional flow of energy from sun to producer and from producer to consumer. You should know that energy can be used only once. So this is about the energy flow, that is energy is transferred from one tropic level to other tropic level. See, this is a chart which shows tropic levels. You can see there are 4 tropic level. First one, primary producer. Secondary, primary consumer. Third one is secondary consumer, and the fourth one is tertiary consumer. These are the 4 levels of tropic. Primary producers include first tropic level. It forms first tropic level, which includes photoautotrophs, that means the green plants. Second tropic level means the primary consumers. These are the herbivores. What do you mean by herbivores? Herbivores are the animals which eat on herbs. Third tropic level includes carnivores. Carnivores means what? Eating on flesh. So these animals, they eat on herbivores and forms the secondary consumer. That means includes secondary consumers. And the examples are birds, wolf and fishes. You can see the fourth tropic level, that is the top carnivore, which feed on again the animals only. That means we can say that they are also flesh eating animals, forming tertiary consumer level, and examples are man and lion. Okay, so this is for the chart which shows tropic levels. You should know that there are 4 tropic levels. First tropic level including producers, second tropic level including primary consumer, third tropic level including secondary consumers, and the fourth tropic level including tertiary consumers. Now in the further part of this topic, we have to study about food chain. What is the meaning of food chain? Food chain means, as we have studied, that energy from one organism is transferred to other organism with loss of some energy. So what is this food chain? We know that producers are the plants which produces the food material. Then herbivores depends upon the primary producers. Carnivores depends on the herbivores. In that way there is a chain, so that we can say that one organism depends on other for getting food material, and thus a food chain is get formed. There are 3 types of food chains. First one is the grazing, second one detritus, and third one is the parasitic type of food chain. We are going to study with the first one, that is detritus food chain, short form DFC. This detritus food chain, it begins with dead organic matter. What do you mean by detritus? Detritus means the remains, or we can say the remains of plants and animals which are the dead and decaying material. So this detritus food chain, it is composed of decomposers. What do you mean by decomposers? Which feed on dead and decaying matter. For example, bacteria and fungus, which are also called as saprophytes. What's the function of decomposers? These decomposers secrete enzymes that breaks organic matter into simple organic matter. So this detritus food chain, DFC, start with dead organic matter, which is decomposed by the decomposers like bacteria, fungus and saprophytes. Bacteria and fungus becomes the saprophytes, eating on dead and decaying matter. Decomposers secrete enzymes. How they bring about breaking of organic matter? It is because of these enzymes. So these enzymes, they breaks organic matter into the simple inorganic matter. So detritus food chain for decomposition of organic matter, which is get mixed into the soil. And later on we can say that detritus food chain is connected with grazing food chain at some levels. We can say grazing food, this food chain. This grazing food chain includes energy transfer from plants to the herbivores. So this food chain, detritus food chain, is connected to grazing food chain. How come? This detritus release this inorganic material from the organic matter, which is again used by the autotrophs, and autotrophs are eaten up by the food by the herbivores. So from one organism to other, this food is get passed. Natural interconnection of food chain makes a food web. What's the meaning of web? Web means the network-like structure. So this interconnection of food chain is there, which results in formation of food web. See, this diagram is for the food web. What it shows, we are going to start with this basic level, this primary level. Includes corn, a flowering plant, lavenders and mangoes. So all these are the primary producers. That means the plants which can produce, which can prepare organic food material. We'll start with this corn. This corn eaten up by the grasshopper. On these flowering plants, this butterfly develops. This butterfly feed on the nectar of these flowers. These mangoes are eaten up by the fruit fly and some animals also. For example, only fruit fly is considered. Now see, this grasshopper is eaten up by the rat. It can also be eaten up by the frog and other animals. This butterfly can be eaten up by the frog and this dragonfly, and fruit fly can be eaten up by this thrush and the dragonfly. This is only for the examples. This can be eaten up by many other animals. If we go further, this rat is eaten up by the eagle. It can also be eaten up by the wolf. This thrush or the bird can also be eaten up by the wolf. And this wolf, it can eat on eagles as well as it can eat on python. This python can also be eaten up by the eagles. That means there is an interconnection between these producers, herbivores, carnivores, primary, secondary level carnivores. This type of food chain is get formed. This is called as food web. Only the diagram will be asked, and from this you have to explain what is the meaning of food web. Now see, these are the important point. Every organism occupies a specific place in food chain, that is their trophic level. As we have studied before, these plants, they becomes the producers. Herbivores becomes the primary consumers. Then some birds, some insects becomes the secondary consumers. Man and lion becomes the tertiary consumers. So this level, trophic level, is fixed. Producers belongs to first trophic level. Herbivores means the herbs eating animals, means the primary consumers. So herbivores to the secondary and carnivores to the secondary consumer level, that is to the third trophic level. Then there is a law of 10% law. What does it mean? It states that only 10% of the energy is transferred to each specific level as net energy from the previous level, which can be explained with the help of diagram. Here one question can be asked, give reason food chain do not exist in isolation. You have to find out from the textbook and answer for this. We are going to see the diagram which shows 10% law. This diagram here, this is the primary producer level. This second one is for the herbivores and this is for the carnivore. What is 10% law? Only 10% of energy is passed to the next generation. So we'll consider here these autotrophs are there. Green plants are the autotrophs. We can say these are the producers. So this producer trap the solar energy for production of food material. So the energy which is trapped by the green plants we'll consider that 10 joules of energy is present in these plants now. When herbivores eat on these green plants, even though this 10 joules of the energy is consumed by that, then this herbivore is eaten up by this carnivore. At the time, only 1 joule of energy is transferred to this top level carnivore. What happens? From this 1000 joules of light energy, 990 joules energy lost to the environment, 10% goes to this one, to the herbivore. From this 10 joule of energy, 9 joule is lost to the environment, and from 1 joule of energy, 0.9 joule of the energy is transferred to the environment, and only 0.1 joule of the energy is get transferred to this top level carnivore. So there is loss of 90% of the energy is there, only 10% of the energy is forwarded to the next tropic level. This is called as 10% law. Next to that, we are going to study about ecological pyramids. Before starting with the ecological pyramid, we will revise about the food web, about the food chain, where we have seen about the detritus food chain. This detritus food chain, it consists of the decomposers involving bacteria and fungus, which secretes this enzyme for the breaking of organic matter, so it can be released into the environment. This detritus food chain is connected with grazing food chain, as we know that there is an interconnection with all this is there, and that's why food web is get formed. We have seen this diagram for the food web, where this base level is for the producers, this is for the primary level of consumers, this is for secondary level of consumer, and this is the top level consumers. Okay, so this is for food web. Then we have seen that for every organism there is a specific place in the tropic level, in which producers belongs to first tropic level, herbivores, that means the primary consumers, belongs to secondary, and carnivores belongs to third tropic level. According to 10% law, only 10% of the energy is transferred to each tropic level, and remaining is lost into the environment. One of the question is asked here, that is, give reason food chain do not exist in isolation. 10% law we have studied with the help of this diagram. It can be asked in the examination what this diagram indicates. Nothing will be given, only some hints will be given here, and from this hint you have to identify that this diagram is for 10% law. Further part we are going to continue in the next lecture.